Now let's go ahead with our study on Samadhi, okay? Thank you so much for coming here and being with me. Now, as always, we will do the prayer. Let's sit upright, place our palms together, and concentrate on the prayer below. We take refuge with our kind mentor, Benny. We take refuge with Shakyamuni Buddha. We take refuge with all the troubadour of the 10 directions and the 3 periods of time. Verse for opening a suture. Then surpass profound and wonderful Dharma. In hundreds of millions of years, it's difficult to encounter. We now see and hear it, receive and uphold it, and without it fathom the Tathagata's true meaning, and without it practice the Tathagata's true way, and without it attain the Tathagata's true state. We vow that we can spontaneously express the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's capability and Buddha's state through our actions, speech, and thoughts. We also vow that all the living beings can enter into the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's capability and Buddha's state owing to us. So that's the prayer for today's lecture. And yesterday we've learned a sentence about I think I replaced yesterday's sentence. Okay, no problem. I will that's what we learned yesterday. Okay, have you seen it? I think the text is so small, right? Yeah, that's what we learned yesterday. That when I make the PPT, I replace it. Sorry. So let's go ahead with it according to the video.
Of Western philosophy is famous for the saying, "I think, therefore I am." No other phrase more clearly encapsulates the fall of civilization and the full-scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall. Shadows on the civil is famous for the René Descartes. René Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, "I think, therefore I am." René Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, "I think, therefore I am." René Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, "I think, therefore I am." René Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, "I think, therefore I am."
我思故我在，这是他的名言。René Descartes，René Descartes， 这是一个好像是法国的一个名字，反正欧洲的一个名字啊。欧洲 René Descartes。So here this 这个没有发音 Descartes。然后 TS 也没发音。So René Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, "I think, therefore I am." So here, be famous for, it means, 以某某著名，以某某为名，以某某就是成名，以某某成名，就是这个意思。So who would like to try to read it and then recite it, please? Hello, how about you, Grace? Would you like to try this sentence?
Yeah, I read it. Yeah, okay. René Descartes. René Descartes, the father of Western. 这个字怎么读？
Western.
Yeah. 这个后面是个字怎么读
philosophy.
Western philosophy is famous for the saying, I think, therefore I am.
Yeah, would you like to read it again one more time and then try to recite it? Okay.
Rene Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, I think, therefore I am.
Yeah, philosophy.
Philosophy.
再读一遍。Would you like read it again?
Rene Descartes, the father of Western philosophy 对吗？
philosophy， 它重音是在这个上面，叫 philosophy。
Western philosophy is famous for the saying, I think, therefore I am. I think.
Yes, perfect. Would you like to recite it, please?
Recite it 不知道能不能背下来。
Okay, how about you?
Yeah.
Try to.
Yeah,
the father of Western philosophy 就是这个人，他是西方的哲学之父。The father of Western philosophy。然后他是以什么为著名的呢？他的名言是什么？就是以 famous for，就是以什么为著名？以他后面的这个名言为著名。Yeah, famous for the saying, I can think, therefore I am. Okay, try to it. Try to.
Yeah. Rene Descartes, the father of那个是什么读
The father of Western philosophy.
Wharton. The father of
Western philosophy. Western 是西方的 Western, yeah.
Western. Okay. The father of Western philosophy. Philosophy， 然后后面那个注明是什么？可能看什么？我记不住。is famous of the saying. I think, therefore I am. Yeah.
Yes. Thanks. Yeah. 好，再来读一遍，然后争取把它记住。
Yeah. Rene Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, I think, therefore I am. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, perfect. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So how about you, Joy? Can you?
Okay.
Yes.
Rene Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, I think, therefore I am.
Wow.
Rene
so
Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, I think, therefore I am.
Wow, yes,
Rene
wonderful.
Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, I think, therefore I am. Thank you.
Perfect. Yes, perfect. So you recited. 刚才您是背的吗？
前2遍是读的，第3遍是背的。
好厉害，好厉害！这个音调跟这个原版的这个作者是差不多的，好厉害哦！加油，Yeah. 以后可以成为主持人了，这个调子太好听了。Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, thank you, and I will do that. Okay, Rene Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, "I think, therefore I am." Yeah, okay, Rene Descartes. The father of Western philosophy, is famous for this philosophy, is famous for the saying, "I think, therefore I am." Okay, this I think, therefore I am. 他的意思就是说我思故我在。
老师，他这个 I think, therefore， 他这个 for 这个和 I 连读了，是不是？我听着怎么像 ？Therefore I am.
Therefore I am. Okay, let's double check.
Rene Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, "I think, therefore I am."
有一点 I think, therefore I am. Yes, therefore I am. Yes, 有一点点，就是它连读的前提条件就是要你速度要快一点。Therefore I am. Yes, I think so. Yes, thank you so much for your excellent question. So, hello, Daisy. How are you?
Hello. I'm good.
Yeah, would you like to read it? This sentence?
Yeah, okay. Can I listen?
Listen to it. Yes.
Okay.
I will play it for you.
Thank you.
Rene Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, "I think, therefore I am."
Yeah, follow it, please.
Rene Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, "I think, therefore I am."
Yeah, try to recite it, okay?
Rene Descartes, the father of the Western philosophy, is famous for saying, I think, therefore I am."
Yes, that's it. That's correct.
Thank you.
Now let's go ahead with the other. I think the sentence is sentence 88. Sentence 88 today. Okay, let's go ahead.
Rene Descartes, the father of Western philosophy, is famous for the saying, "I think, therefore I am." No other phrase more clearly encapsulates the fall of civilization and the full-scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall. No other phrase more clearly encapsulates the fall of civilization and the full-scale on the cave. Phrase more clearly encapsulates the fall of civilization and the full-scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall.
Yeah, no other phrase more clearly encapsulates the fall of civilization and the full-scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall. No other phrase more clearly. No other than. So this is the 4 point. No other than. What does the other than? No other. No other phrase more. The other more. The other more clearly and encapsulates the fall of civilization, the full-scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall. So let's go ahead with the new words, okay? Fall. Yeah, fall. There are two meanings of fall. Fall, 它有两个意思。第一个意思是秋天的意思，第二个意思是倒塌。So here I didn't draw it out. I didn't draw it out, list it out. So I just list out the encapsulate, 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 encapsulate. So that's it. What does encapsulate meaning? What does it mean? It means to express the most important parts of something in a few words, a small space, or a single object. So here I think is, it means outline. Do you know outline? Summarize. Yeah, such kind of issue. Encapsulate. Encapsulate the four of no other phrase more clearly encapsulate the four of civilization. Sorry, civilization. Sorry, here lie. Here the I pronounce lie. Civilization. Just now I pronounced it civilization. I made a mistake. Sorry. Civilization. 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 It means a society, its culture, and its way of life during a particular period of time in a particular part of the world. 这是文明的意思，社会文明，文明的意思。Civilization. So yes, and Grace, would you like to pronounce them, these two words?
Yes. Encapsulate.
You did so well, yeah, so fluently. Yeah, we can encapsulate. Yeah, can. 这个可以省略 encapsulate. Yeah, okay.
Encapsulate. Yeah,
genius. 还有一点天赋了。Yeah, okay, encapsulate. Okay, this one.
Encapsulate. Civilization. You're right.
Yes, 看来这个词越长，你拼得越好听。Civilization. Yes, you did.
Civilization. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And your turn, Daisy. Would you like to try to pronounce them?
Yes, okay. Encapsulate. Civilization. Civilization.
Yeah, 是不是 S 跟 U 在一起都学了
？Encapsulate.
我们来看看，它是学，但是好像你读的很好听，应该是有这个。
我是听他那个词典里面是这样读的。
Encapsulate.
它是 simulate， 但是我记得好像 Grace Alice 讲的时候是有这种规律，就是当 S 遇到 E 的意思哈 ，S 遇到 E 的时候就是 E， 就是那个半元音 E 的那个音呐、就是接的音。当 S 遇到 E 的时候读 encapsulate，
encapsulate
读那个老鼠尾巴的那个音。所以您读的很好听。
Encapsulate.
Yes, I think so. Encapsulate 就相当于当 D 遇到 G 的时候读 G， 当 D 遇到 U 的时候读 G。Education 就是这个道理是一样的，一个是浊化，一个是清辅音，一个是浊辅音。这个清辅音就读 sh。Encapsulate. Yeah, I think so. It's much better. It's easier for us to do so. Encapsulate. Okay. Another one.
Civilization.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your excellent pronunciation. Yeah. And how about you, Joy? Is it convenient for you to get on mic?
Okay. Encapsulate. Civilization. civilization。
哎呀，他好高级啊，都读得太好听了。encapsulate 它的意思就是总结、简明扼要的，是扼要还是扼要啊？扼要吗？I'm not sure 就是很简明的表达这个观点，这个就是这个总结一些重要的部分。Express the most important part。扼要吗？一个提手。OK， 好的。然后第二个是 civilization， 是指社会文明，就是文明，非常抽象的一种东西。什么叫文明？看不见摸不着的一种感觉，一种风吧，一种 style， 一种风范。So that's it. Now let's go ahead with the sentence. Okay. So the first one is the grammatic issue. No other phrase more clearly， 就没有比这个更好的去描述、去总结这个文明的坍塌。所以这个时候就 no other more， 也就是已经到天花板水平了，没有比这个更高更好的，就这个意思。No other phrase more clearly encapsulate, right? Encapsulate en 发的音是 in encapsulate. No other phrase more clearly encapsulates the fall of civilization and the full scale identification with the shadows on the full scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall. 就是它这里是有上下文的，它这里有上下文，就是为什么会说到这个 full scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall。还记得之前的那个哲学家吗？ Yeah, hello Grace, did you remember it? 我有 Yes, yeah, right. Socrates, so 这个是读 Socrates, Plato, you are right, Plato 就是柏拉图让他的学徒啊，苏格拉底描述了一群人在这个洞里的这个事情。然后他这里，因为他是整个的我们在学的就是一个 video， 就是有前后文的参考，所以他这里就是说到了，在这一个章节当中，那就是没有更好的词能够描述到这个社会，就是这个社会文明的坍塌的问题，就是社会文明崩溃了，坍塌了，就这个意思。然后为什么会是出现这个 the farther wisdom？ No other phrase more clearly encapsulates the fall of civilization on the full scale and the full scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall， 就是没有更好的词能够描绘什么呢？没有更好的词能够总结这个社会文明的坍塌，以及这个identification with 就是与某某相同的，与某某 identification with 就是与某某就是一致的。什么呢？这是整个的 full scale 是整个范围的，与这个墙上的影子这个事件是一致的东西。也就是说，这个事情就是这个事情，这个词是更好的能够描述这一切的，就是社会文明的坍塌以及墙上影子的这个问题，这个种问题的事情。那是什么样的词呢？就是我们从前后文能够知道这个词，什么样的词能够更好的去这个 encapsulate 这个东西吗？ Yeah, hello Daisy, can you know it? Did you?
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean the similar word with encapsulate, right?
I mean that the reading comprehension 就是这个阅读理解的问题。No other phrase more clearly encapsulate therefore 就是没有更好的词来能够描述。那他的意思，那没有更好的词，也就是说，是不是存在着这样的一个词能够描述这个原因？这个比如说社会文明的坍塌的原因，以及能够更好的描述墙上的这个影子的事情。
No other phrase more clearly encapsulates the false realization.
Yeah, that's my question.
但是它这个通篇前面也没有提到有哪个词可以描述这个文明的坍塌呀，文明的沦陷和坍塌。它这里突然来一句，没有其他的词语能够更清晰的描写文明的坍塌，所以我也有点懵。I don't know 。
所以就是这个就是一个
感觉有点断层了。
Let's double check. Yeah, I think so. Let's double check the. 我们一起看一下这个它的中文怎么翻译的。
好，
中文是抵抗。它中文是西方哲学之父，这个人我都不认识。所以从这个当中知道各大学派、各大教派的头目啊，那些教学哲学。
它这里的 phrase 是指话，是指 I think therefore I am。
所以这个 phrase 就是指这一句话，就是很错误啊。它为什么能够说明了这个文学的文明的社会文明的没落衰落，就是因为它这个思想是错误的。思想错误了，所以说导致文明的错误，导致文明的衰败，以及对洞穴投影的绝对认同。也就是说，这个 I think therefore I am， 它这句话是一个邪见，这个邪见导致了这个古代文明的西方古代文明，就是社会文明的这个坍塌的事情，以及这个邪见它更好的去吻合了墙壁上投影的这个事情，是绝对认同这个墙上投影的问题。所以这个墙上投影只不过是我们妄想，就是我们脑子当中的妄想。其实你离开了这个光源，以及离开了这个洞穴的黑暗，就没有投影所在啊。你在白天里投个影试一下，就是它就是这个我思故我在这个问题出现了问题。所以它这个 phrase 还是这个 phrase 是 the saying， 看到了没有
？Yes，
这个 phrase 还是指词组啊，也是就是指这个 saying，只不过这个 saying 它就相当于一个从句一样的，是一句话而已。所以他翻译的时候，他没有说这个词组，他就说这句话，就是因为这个 saying 就是这句话。所以 here I just ask you the no other phrase more no other phrase more no other more， 也就是这个已经是天花板的词。这什么词呢？就是刚才 I think therefore I am， 我思故我在，这是一个邪见，并不是说所有的事情都是你想的才存在的。这个自信它是离开一切的想，远离了颠倒梦想，它永恒存在的，它不管我们想还是不想，它都是存在的。所以这个西方哲学家在那个时代所谓的就是哲学家嘛，他毕竟是世间学的，还是有邪见，还是不究竟的，它就会导致如果是真实的不究竟的这些东西，它就会在一定时期就会展现它的果嘛，就是文明的衰败，以及就是墙上影子的这个事情的发生。Okay, it seems that your time is up. Now let's go ahead with the shadow, okay? clear the full seeking the full schedule identification with the shadows on the wall。这个句子有点长，它就是the subject 就是主语是这个 no other phrase more clear，the other phrase 这个是主语 more clearly emphasize 这个 more clearly 是副词的部分来强调这个谓语 encapsulate， 那这是强调这个谓语，强调谓语的部分就是能够更好的是概括了什么呢？概括了文明的衰败，这是第一个谓语 the fall of a civilization。 第二个谓语是 the full schedule， the first schedule 就是总体的这个轮廓，什么轮廓 identification with the shadows on the cave wall， 就是整体的认同，对什么认同？对墙上投影的这个认同，就是它有前后文，我们要对前面的故事非常的认同才可以。就是一个苏格拉底，他描述了在洞穴里面的人看到的影子，就是他的全世界，就他世界的全部，也就是除了影子之外他们没有什么，而且他们还非常的受限于影子，而且恐惧走出洞穴去看到其他世界的其他的东西。这就是坚固妄想，非常坚固的这个妄想，也是非常错误，也是如果在洞穴外的人，比如说我们不在那个洞穴，不身处在这个洞穴当中，就觉得很可笑啊，就是这个问题。So that's it. Now let's go to the shadow part, okay? 整个句子的主语是 no other phrase， 然后谓语部分是 encapsulate， 然后宾语是两个 the fall of a civilization and the full schedule identification with the shadows on the cave wall， 比较长一点，我们争取每个人读3遍嘛，然后时间好像快到了，下次我们再来背。
No other phrase more clearly encapsulates the fall of civilization and the full-scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall.
Okay, this time let's focus on the stressed words， 就找出这个要重读的音节的地方。我觉得 Joy 自身就有这种能力，就是能够感受得到哪里要重读。Joy 的语音语调好厉害的。
No other phrase more clearly encapsulates the fall of civilization and the full-scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall.
Okay, no is a negator， 就是它是一个否定词，所以必须要对要重读，所以在前面的都是有实在意义的，都需要重读。No other phrase more clearly， 这个也是。encapsulate 也是要重读的。The fall of something， the fall of civilization is a noun, right？ 这个名词有实在意义，有实义的。And the full schedule and the first scale, the first scale identification. Okay, full scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall. On the cave wall should be stressed, should be highlighted. Okay, let's double check, check them out.
No other phrase more clearly encapsulates the fall of civilization and the full-scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall.
Yeah, cave wall. So who would like to try to read it, please? How about you, Daisy?
Yeah, okay, thank you. So can I listen to you then?
No other phrase more clearly encapsulates the fall of civilization and the full-scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall.
Yes, you please.
No other phrase more clearly encapsulates the fall of civilization and the full-scale identification with the shadows on cave wall.
Yeah, one more time. Yeah, one
no
more time.
No other phrase more clearly encapsulates the fall of civilization and the full-scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall.
Yes. One more time. One more time.
One more time. Okay. No other phrase more clearly encapsulates the fall of civilization and the full-scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall.
Yes, perfect. And your time, and your time, Grace, please.
Yeah, okay. No other phrase more clearly encapsulate 对吗 ？encapsulate the fall of 怎么读人忘了 civilization 对吗 civilization and the full scale identification with the shadows on the cave wall. That right? Hello. 听到吗？听到我说话吗？哦，第二。